Okay, time right now, 9/17, October 24th, 2001. This is the 1300 UTC Day 1 convective outlook. High risk extending from Detroit and Kalamazoo south all the way into southeast Missouri. So that encompasses 6 states. This is the 1300 UTC tornado prob chart. It's been extended as estimated, further west and further north. However, damaging wind is much more likely in event of a squall line, possibly later along the initial cold front. 45% swath of straight line wind damage across the entire high risk area. Once again, a 35% swath of large hail, baseball size, possibly, or larger, in the target area.
Sure will. There's an extensive area for high risk of severe weather. You only see that about 5 times a year, very rarely in October, so stay tuned for that.
Here's a view to our west. Got strong southwesterly winds here. At southwest, heading to the west. I'm going to tripod this briefly. Gotta get in, got a lot of rain coming.
out here. Look, it's a tornado!
You're watching Channel 3, where news comes first. This is News 3 at noon.
What a night it was here in West Michigan. Violent storms swept through the region, and today crews are beginning to clean up the mess. And the anthrax investigation intensifies. Traces of the bacteria are found in yet another area of Capitol Hill. Hello, West Michigan. Thanks for joining us today for News 3 at noon. I'm Mary Eileen Lyon. First at noon, it was a rough ride for West Michigan last night as dramatically harsh weather rocked the entire region. Heavy rains and violent winds have left behind scenes of damage and destruction in several areas. Here in Marcellus, you see the severe weather knocked down this tree, crashed into a garage. This becomes a familiar scene as you take a look around West Michigan today. In Marshall, you see the storms ripped off part of the roof at this AmeriHost Inn. Crews are at the scene right now trying to repair the damage. Galesburg was one of the areas hardest hit by the storms, and today the city is in a state of emergency. News 3's George Kitayama is there right now. He joins us with the very latest. George?
Yes, Mary Eileen, we are still in a state of emergency. That means they want all people to stay home and stay off the roads as much as possible because, as you can hear behind me, first you can see a lot of people out here buzzing off a lot of the trees from people's roofs and homes, and that's the reason why they want people to stay off the streets, because you got a lot of down power lines, you got a lot of tree limbs. Case in point, we just came back from one home where someone was walking around and he was hit in the back of his head by a tree limb, and he's been taken to the hospital. We hear he is semi-conscious at this point. We were here last night. It was really, really dark out here because they had no power, so you really didn't get to see what kind of devastation was out here. Well, daytime-wise, you can really see how much this place has been hit hard by this wind. Case in point right here, here's a car smashed right down the middle by a tree that fell on top of it sometime last night. And all around town, that's what you see, down power lines, down trees on people's cars and homes, and no telling when or in the next couple of days they hope that they can get some of this, or a majority of it, done, but they have a lot of the work cut out for them. We understand that a lot of the power is back up since 4 a.m. There are selected spots that still do not have power, and also we understand that the phone lines are up as well as 911 since about 10 o'clock this morning. But again, they urge everyone to stay home and don't come out unless you absolutely have to. Reporting live from Galesburg, George Kitayama, back to you.
Yeah, you mentioned, George, the man who got hit on the head with a tree limb. I understand there are people that are coming out just to look at the damage. Yeah,
there are a lot of people who are just, because last night, as I said, he was, whoa. Yeah, sorry about that. I got knocked by the wind there.
Oh.
Last night, as I was saying, it was so hard to see what was outside that when they woke up this morning, they wanted to survey the damage in and around their home. And that's probably what happened. We don't know if he was actually cutting down his own tree limbs, but he was walking around outside when that tree limb hit him in the back of the head. So be careful out there.
All right, same to you, George. The wind is pretty fierce out there. Thank you for that live report.
2 days later, and the price of the October Fury runs higher and higher.
And the cost is not only in dollars, the storm has also affected hundreds of lives.
Plus, Battle Creek puts out the invitation. Meet the men competing to run the city.
Now, live, you're watching Channel 3, where news comes first. This is News 3 at 11.
Hello, West Michigan. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jamie Bowl.
And I'm Judy Markey. First tonight at 11, Kalamazoo County's Office of Emergency Management has tallied up the damage and the cost of Wednesday's storms. Cleanup and damage to county property has run up a bill of over $500,000 and more, and it may go near $1 million. 18 homes in the Kalamazoo County area were destroyed, with hundreds more damaged. 7 businesses were also destroyed, with more than 30 set back by damage.
To the subject of last Wednesday's storms, the National Weather Service says the damage came from straight-line winds, not tornadoes. Yesterday, 2 survey crews from the Weather Service visited the damaged areas looking for telltale signs and patterns to try to explain what happened. The official report was issued late this afternoon, and among the highlights, there were 3 supercell thunderstorms which moved through West Michigan Wednesday night, each with high winds causing lots and lots of damage. So we have some graphics here to show you what happened. The first supercell moved up from Indiana through Cass County into Kalamazoo County between 5 and 5:30 in the afternoon. As it went through Schoolcraft and Galesburg, the damage path was about 2 miles wide, and at times winds were between 90 and 100 miles per hour. This supercell moved through eastern Berry County, Eaton County to the east side of the state. Now, supercell number 2 began producing damage in Marshall at about 6:30 p.m. This is the storm which blew part of the roof off the Amerihost Inn in Marshall. Maximum winds were about 60 to 80 miles per hour. And as this supercell moved into Eaton County, it intensified with winds of up to 110 miles per hour. 60 homes were hit in Eaton County with at least $1 million in damage done. Once the storm hit Clinton County, it peaked with a wind gust to 120 miles per hour, snapping a power pole 18 inches in diameter, 20 feet above the ground. Now, supercell number 3 began near Taconcha in southern Calhoun County around 6:30. It moved northeast through Jackson County. Maximum winds were 90 miles per hour in Taconcha, where several mobile homes were destroyed.